Hi, I'm Ryan Neal. Welcome back to the Vulgar Skill. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 23, and we're going to learn about gaining the sword. I'm going to get Eric Lowe to come out really quick. Eric Lowe from Sword and Historical Swordsmanship. So gaining comprises a lot of Godinho's fencing, because it's a way to control the opponent's weapon safely and be able to deliver an attack, as opposed to deliver an attack with a free thrust where you're not having contact with the sword, and it starts to become more dangerous. So, big thing with Godinho. So, to review, the strong of the sword is that closest to our hand, the weak, the farthest from it. The strong is the best for defending because it has the best leverage. So, it's easy to move Eric, for example, if he comes on guard at his weak. It's hard to move him at his strong. So what we want is to defend with our strong. So sometimes people think for the leverage for gaining, I need to use my strong on his weak. Godinho says this is a bad idea and it is false. The reason being is to do this, it's easy for him to free because he's so close. And because I had to step so far to gain him with my strong, it gives me a very good chance of getting injured. Instead he says you gain the middle of their sword. You still get it with a greater degree of strength, so he still can't just push me. Like, if he pushes me, he still can't bully me out. But I'm not, like, all the way up here, where, yeah, he's stronger, but he can easily free. And, of course, we don't try to gain him with our weak on his strong, because he's just going to stab me in the face, and I can't push him. So we're getting to the middle. So Eric doesn't want that to happen, so he's going to try to free below. As he frees below, I just extend the sword, stab him in the chest. He says you don't move the feet, so that implies that I'm close enough to just reach him with extension, and that, like, takes less time. If I have to make a big lunge for it as he's going, that increases the chance that he has a response. Or he's going to parry, he's going to reverse, or worst of all, because my action takes so much time, he's just going to commit suicide. He's going to free below. I'm going to say, there's my tempo, and I'm going to die. Moving the hand first is not a magical talisman to keep you safe. And you can't put somebody in obedience just by being scary to them, because people are sometimes fearless. They'll just kill you. So threat alone will not make him obey. What instead needs to make him obey is physics, that I'm close enough when I gain. So even if I'm about here, I'm close enough when I gain in the middle that when he lowers, I'm just faster than him, because I can just move in a straight line as opposed to a circle. So what do we do with a gain? So we've shown that if you try to gain and he takes the time, and he goes around, then he's just going to get stabbed in the chest. And of course, if I keep this and I have the stronger thing, I can just extend with the sword. So what do we do against his gain? So if Eric tries to gain me, again, I don't want this to happen. By the time the swords touch, I've got to now start taking a lot of time. Instead, Eric moves to gain. I leave by the point of his sword and cut him in the face, which he's close enough now because he just tried to gain me. So if he gains, hit him in the face. Now, Godinho acknowledges that this leaves my shoulder open. So what happens there is it goes, I cut, and then Godinho just says, turn nails down. And now I'm in guard, and if he's not dead, I'm just going to walk this in. So we've seen the basics of gaining, what opportunity a gain can create in terms of time when he tries to free below, and how to counter a gain, which is withdrawing the hand and cutting along the face. One reason that you do the Tahoe as opposed to the Rebase, though a Rebase is a thing for this situation, is if he tries to gain and I cut around, there's too much time. Well, so if I just go up and down, it takes way less time. I'm protected if I'm not fast enough at turning my nails down by my hilt. And if I turn my nails down, he's kind of out of luck. So, quick review one more time with all these. Gaining, I gain to the middle, and then I can thrust. If Eric doesn't want to be gained, I gain him as he goes. I extend the hand. And if Eric tries to gain me, I split back, cut him in the face, turn nails down, the guard is reposed. That's sort of a brief overview of gaining and leverage and how Godinho goes about gaining. You'll see this technique used a lot, especially after a technique called testing that we'll go over later. But I hope this is an interesting one for you, especially if you come from other schools with different theories about how you gain the sword or stringere or bind. And I hope that you have fun playing with it and adding it to your arsenal. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.